Welcome to Tallinn, a city where medieval and modern collide. 800 years of history, culture, and innovation meet by the prehistoric forests and a mighty sea. The racetrack guides you through the diverse nature of Estonia, which you haven't experienced before. A perfect place for one of the most versatile Ironman competitions. You all have different stories to tell about the journey. It doesn't matter where you come from, how old you are, or how long you have been training. It's time to take on the challenge to be an Ironman. Ironman community is a family with one mission: to help each other and conquer it all together. We make it happen. We cheer with you and we cry with you. Give your everything, because the finish line is all worth it.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ironman Tallinn race briefing. My name is Eero Raudsepp and I am head referee of this event. We have 45 minutes to go through the briefing, and approximately we have at the end maybe 10-15 minutes for your questions, so please look at the briefing carefully, and if you still have any questions after that, please ask in the comments section. So let's start with the schedule first. Tomorrow, on Friday, race center is open at 10 o'clock. We have expo open, info booth, and also we have athletes who will check in tomorrow. Shuttle buses will leave from Noblessner since 11:15. You all have your allocated time slot, so please be on time. We have one shuttle bus for teams, which leaves at 6:15, and T1 is open for bike check-in tomorrow between 12 and 8 o'clock. But again, you have your own allocated time slot, so please be there also on time if you don't use shuttle bus. During the T1 bike check-in, there is also bike technical service. So if you need any last-minute adjustments, you can do it there. On Saturday at 5 o'clock till 5:50, we have shuttle buses again from Noblessner to Harku. And the first athletes can get to the T1 at 5:40. At the same time, bike technical service is also available in T1. And individuals or age groups will start at 6:30. Teams will start 7:20, and once you have completed your race, checkout opens at 3 o'clock p.m. and is open till 1 o'clock at night. Award ceremony will take place in finish area on Sunday, 12:30. Now shuttle buses. We have a route for individuals during the day. So tomorrow, since 11:15 till 4:45, shuttle buses will leave every 15 minutes from Seaplane Harbour parking lot. And on Saturday, again, starting from 5 o'clock till 5:50, shuttle buses leave every 5 minutes from Seaplane Harbour parking lot. And a very important note for you, it's mandatory to wear a mask in shuttle bus. Transition area check-in tomorrow opens at 12 o'clock, as mentioned before. Very important for you is to have all these 5 items with you. That means bike, which has a sticker on it. Also bike helmet with 1 sticker, blue bike bag, wristband and race number. If you miss any one of them, you can't get to the T1. You also need to take your red run bag with you because it will be collected just before entrance to T1 and it will be taken to T2 by organizer. So you will take all the bags with all the blue and red bag to T1 tomorrow. Team bikers need to check in their bike also tomorrow, but they just don't need to take blue bike bag with them. Just bike helmet, wristband and race number are mandatory for team bikers. Only athletes can enter to transition area, and as we have had many experiences from previous years, if you try to mark your bike or bag which is in the transition area in any way, it's not reasonable because we remove all these markings. And bike technical service is also available in transition area. If you come to check-in and you rack your bike on your transition spot, you can leave the bike shoes on the pedals, also all the food and drinks which are securely attached on the bike. Helmets must be in the blue bike bag, don't leave it on the bike. And blue bike bag you leave next to your bike on the ground in the transition area. And you have access to your blue bag on race day morning. Red run bag you drop before the entrance to T1 and you don't have access to it on race day morning because on Friday evening all the red run bags will be taken to T2 and will be placed on your transition spot in T2. So you must very clearly think what you leave in the red run bag because you don't have access it on Saturday. And transition areas also have video surveillance. On race day morning, Saturday, transition area opens at 5:40, so you all come at your own allocated time slot. Please remember to take swim cap, timing chip and race number with you. Again, as mentioned, bike technical service is available. If you bring your own pump, you can leave it in transition area. There is a special area where you can leave your pump. Please put the sticker on it so you can get it back after the race. And there are no changing tents in start area. Please be aware of that. Personal needs bags you can also bring with you on Saturday morning. You have one personal needs bag for bike course and one for run course. On Saturday morning, you can leave them right before entering T1. You can see the areas where you can leave them. On the course, bike personal needs station is on 91st kilometer, and on the run course, you can access to your personal needs bag every lap at approximate 4.2 kilometer. All the stuff you put in the personal needs bags, it won't be returned. So again, please don't leave any valuables there or just during the race, pick them all up. Race start on Saturday morning at 6:30. Swim cap color is according to your start group. You can find the start groups in Athlete's Guide. Teams will start 7:20. They have green swim cap. We have rolling start for age group and teams. That means after every 10 seconds, 5 athletes will start together. So the start procedure will take quite a long time. And please be aware that swim warm-up is not possible. Here is the picture of the swim start area. So we have, as mentioned, 5 corridors. And before them, we have a white bag drop-off area. Team swimmer who comes to start can also leave his or her white bag in the start area to the white bag drop-off. And team's white bags will be brought to T1 immediately after team start. So team swimmers, you can also bring your white bag to the start area. Swim course is a 1-lap course. Today at 8:30, water temperature was 18.4 degrees. Wetsuits, so it's a wetsuit swim. Wetsuits are mandatory if the water temperature gets below 16 degrees, but hopefully it won't get so low. Neoprene swim caps are allowed. Neoprene booties, let's say it's at the moment very 50-50 situation with them. If the water temperature is lower than 18.3, then they are allowed. And as wetsuits are permitted, you can also wear a race number under the wetsuit. Swim course cutoff time is 2 hours 20 minutes. If you don't make it by that time, so you can't continue the race. Here is the swim course map. So we have also this year numbers on the buoys. So all the left turns have right buoys and the numbers on it, and all the right turns are white buoys. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers on the buoys. Race course will be ready tomorrow afternoon by 4 o'clock. So you can have a look at them tomorrow afternoon if you are near Lake Harku. Transition area. So if you exit the swim, you bring your wetsuit and all the swim gear to your transition spot, put it in the blue bike bag, and you leave your blue bike bag next to your bike or just on the same place. Before you take your bike from the bike rack, fasten the chin strap of your helmet, and you run out from the transition area, and after the mount line, you can start cycling. After finishing the race, you can collect your blue and also the red bag in T2. We start checkout with 3 o'clock and it's open till 1 o'clock at night. And also you need to have your race number or wristband to check out. This year we have also bike run option for few athletes. So the bike run option athletes start near the team's relay exchange area. And bike run option athletes receive the timing chip just before the start near the relay exchange area. And you can start approximately 1 hour 30 minutes after Ironman start. So you can't get on the course before 8 o'clock. But that is an official, and he will tell you when you can continue with the flow of the Ironman athletes. Here is the scheme of the transition 1. So let's go through the basic points. Here are, let's say, a couple of things that are valid on Friday and not on Saturday, and vice versa. So tomorrow and on Saturday, you have a bus stop over here. You walk down to the transition area. Tomorrow, if you come, you don't have a personal needs bag station. You only have red bag drop off. So tomorrow you leave your red bag over here, go through the time check, and you have check-in in this point of the transition area. When you come on Saturday morning, again, bus stop is over here. You walk down, then you leave your personal needs bags on the way to the transition 1. Again, time check, entrance to the transition. And you go out to the race start the same way, just here is a separate corridor where you can get to the start area. After the swim, when you exit the water, the corridor goes to the transition area. We have a separate lane for teams, so team relay exchange area is over here, and also bike run option athletes can start also over here. You run to your transition spot, change your gear, take your bike, and head out of the transition area. Mount line is over here, which is clearly marked on the ground, and there are also officials with the flags. And bike course goes out from here. Bike mechanics on both days are over here, and on Saturday morning you can leave your bike pumps over here. Bike course, it's 2 laps, and there are 6 aid stations. You can see the kilometer marks here on the slide. In all aid stations you can find food, drinks, toilets, spare tires, pumps and basic tools if you need to fix something on your bike. You may not receive any personal food or drinks or help from your support team. If you are littering, if you want to litter on the bike course, you can do it at the aid stations. Littering zones are clearly marked. If you're doing it outside these areas, it will result in a 5-minute time penalty. It's mandatory to wear race number on the bike course. It must be visible on the back. Cameras, phones, earplugs are forbidden. I would say phones can be in your pocket if you need to use any kind of app you need during the race, but you can't, let's say, use it in your hands. So if your phone is in your pocket, it's okay. And there will be mobile bike tech support and medical aid on bike course. Here is the bike course map. You exit the water. Okay, we can get the pointer here. First lap, the first aid station is over here. Here is also a small out and back section. You come back, second aid station. Again, here is another out and back section, and the third aid station. Turnaround point is in the city, so you are not riding back to the transition 2. So here on the city there is a turnaround point, and you go to the second lap, and on the second lap over here is your personal needs station. So it's just opposite the road of the aid station number 3 and 6. So here you can collect your personal bag. And the second lap is all the same, and then you head towards the transition 2. Bike course rules, basic rules. Draft zone is 12 meters. You have 25 seconds to pass the athlete in front of you. Once you enter the draft zone of the athlete, you must pass him. If you are not doing it, it will result in blue card. And if you have been overtaken, you need to drop out of the draft zone again. If you are not dropping back 12 meters and pass again, this is again overtaken violation. And of course, you need to ride on the right side of the road. If you're not doing it, it's a blocking and will result in a yellow card. So on a bike course, you can receive 3 different colors of cards. It's not suggested to collect them because yellow card is 1 minute time penalty, blue card is 5-minute time penalty, and red card is disqualification. If you receive 3 blue cards, it will result also in disqualification. We have also some cutoff times on the bike course. So if you start the second lap, so cutoff time over there is 6 hours 40 minutes from your own start. And on the way back in Harku, it's a 165 kilometer mark. There is also another cutoff, which is 9 hours 50 minutes. You have to be back in T2 with 10 hours and 30 minutes. If you don't make it, you can't continue to the run course. In case you receive a yellow or blue card during the bike course, you have to stop in penalty tent. Please be aware that we have only one penalty tent, which is located after dismount line in T2. You can see it clearly, there is a yellow tent, penalty tent is on it. So you need to stop there if you have received a blue or yellow card. You have to tell to the official over there which colors of cards you have received during your bike course, and you give your signature that you have stopped in the penalty tent. And if you stop in a penalty tent, officials will slash your race numbers. Also for teams, if team biker will receive any penalties, you need to stop in a penalty tent because your team runner don't have access to penalty tent. Transition area 2 in seaplane harbor. If you dismount your bike, you rack your bike to your transition spot. So due to the COVID situation, we don't have bike catchers. You have to put all your bike gear into the red run bag, including bike helmet. Bike shoes, if they can stay on the pedals, or if not, you have to put them also in the red run bag, so nothing can be left on the ground. Everything must be in the red run bag. And you leave the red run bag at your transition spot. After finishing the race, you can collect your blue and red bag in T2 transition area from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 1 o'clock at night. And again, you need to have race number or wristband with you. Teams, if team biker comes to the T2, he can leave the helmet on, just rack the bike and run to the team relay zone. Team bikers and team runners will get their timing chip in relay exchange area. So all the teams in your race materials, you have at the moment only one chip. So you don't pass this chip to the biker or runner. Your team biker and runner will get their own chip, but just in the relay exchange area. Here is the map of the T2. So we have dismount line at the same place as last year. This is a marked red here in the picture. Then you can see there is a penalty tent right after the dismount line on the left-hand side. You run to the T2. We have team bike racks before. And here in the big area, we have individual bike racks where you can leave your bike. Team relay exchange area is up here, so team biker will leave the bike here and runs up here, and the team runner is ready to go. Exit from the T2 is from here, and you will proceed to the run course. Run course is 4 laps. If you'd like, you can take lap band at the end of each lap, but it's not mandatory to take it. On the run course, we have total 17 aid stations. On the first lap, we have 5 aid stations, and in every second and third and fourth lap, we have 4 aid stations. In all aid stations, you have food, drinks, and toilets. And the same story about littering is in run course also. You can litter only in aid stations. If you are doing it outside these areas, you will get 5-minute time penalty, which is a blue card. During the run course, race number must be visible on the front, and any kind of escorting and outside assistance are forbidden and will result in red card and disqualification. Also, we have had previously situations where athletes cross the finish line with a non-participating individual. Please don't do that, because it will result in immediate disqualification. Only athletes can cross the finish line. Here is the map of the run course. So in T2, when you exit, you have right the aid station, the first aid station, and you run on the left-hand side of the road. Here are the aid stations, and on the way to the city, there is another aid station. And on the way out, you have a personal needs station over here. So on the way back, you don't have access to your personal needs bags. So you're doing 4 laps, and after that you can come to the finish. Once again, if you come to finish, individuals will cross the finish line just themselves, no any non-participating individuals. Relay team members can finish together, so swimmer and cyclist of the team can join the runner approximately 70 meters before the finish. There is a crossover point, so you can join your runner on that point. In case you lose timing chip during the race, you can get the new one in the transition area, whether it's T1 or in T2, it depends when you lose it. And after you have finished the race, you must return the timing chip in finish area. A vote ceremony takes place on Sunday at 12:30 in finish area, and we have really big numbers, 75 slots for this year's Ironman World Championships in Hawaii. So this is the last slide from the briefing. I wish you good luck for tomorrow, and now let's have a look of the questions that you have sent. So we have first question. Have we leave the red bag tomorrow on T1 or can we leave it directly on Saturday? You take your red bag tomorrow to T1 and you can leave it just before entrance of T1 and you don't have access it on Saturday morning. Where do I put the number on the helmet? I have a removable eye shield. You need to put the number in front of the helmet, so just please find the place, and if you're still uncertain where to put it, just take it with you tomorrow to the check-in, and we will help to put it in the right place. Okay. Do you need to have beep number on bike as well? Yes, both on bike and on the run. How are the numbers in T2 ordered? You can see the numbers if you come to T2. It's the same way, like according to your, let's say, swim cap colors, you have the same start groups. So we have the same groups in T2 also. But if you come to T2, you can see it. You can visit T2 on Friday, so tomorrow from 2 till 4 p.m. So please, if you can, just come and familiarize yourself with T2 tomorrow from 2 to 4 o'clock. When will I know the water temperature and if swim socks booties are allowed? We will announce the official water temperature 1 hour before the start, so 5:30, and swim booties are allowed if water temperature is 18.3 or less. All the clothes I wear before the race won't fit in the small after-race bag. Can I attach an additional numbered bag or my backpack to the race bag? So all the clothes, all the stuff you want to get in the finish area must fit in the white streetwear bag. So if you can fit your backpack to your white bag, but I guess it's much easier to put everything in a white bag without backpack. Can we bring extra clothing like rain jacket on race day morning to put in the blue bag? Yes, you have access to the blue bag on race day morning, so you can bring your stuff into it on Saturday morning. Did start times change? Well, as much as now, we still have start at 6:30. We just, as we don't have so many participants, so the team start is not 7:35 as it was initially, now it's 7:20. Should I check in shoes together with the bike or can I bring them Saturday morning? We will check the bike and helmet during the check-in, so feel free to bring the shoes on Saturday morning. Can bikes be brought on shuttle bus? Shuttle bus are moving together with a van, so you can bring the bikes with you. Just athletes will go to the bus, bikes will go to the separate truck. Does shuttle bus cost something? No, they don't cost anything for athletes because only athletes can have access to them, but you just need to wear a mask in the shuttle bus. How do I park a car Saturday morning so I could go back home after the race? Roads will be closed and no way to get out of seaplane parking lot. Please check the athlete's guide. There are parking lots marked where you can leave your car on Saturday morning, so just you can find more information about parking over there. I have emailed to ask for a later bike check-in as my luggage is delayed. Is this possible, please? Bike check-in is open from 12 till 8 o'clock. Yes, if you have, let's say, that kind of reason, just be on time before 8 o'clock on Friday evening. Is there a bus from T1 back to Tallinn? Yes, the same shuttle buses that will take you from Seaplane Harbour to Harku. Also, it comes back the same route. Can we put race number in blue bag? We don't need it for the swim, do we? Yes, you can leave the race number in the blue bike bag. You don't need it for the swim. You can leave it under your wetsuit, but it's not mandatory. It's up to you. It's your decision if you swim with race number or not. But yes, you can leave it in the blue bike bag. Is it mandatory to wear paper start number during swim, during bike? During swim, it's not mandatory. During bike, it is mandatory. Will changing tent be available at T1? In T1, it's not a changing tent, it's an open air area. If you come to T1 tomorrow, you can see we have changing areas for men and for women. So feel free to use it during the race. Are roll down for Kona only via email or at awards on Sunday? Roll down for Kona is only via email, not on Sunday on site. On Sunday, it's just award ceremony. Are foam goggles allowed? Yes, they are. Can we stop on the bike course, for example, to take off rain jacket? Of course, you can stop on the bike course and put your clothes on. Just it's important that you don't leave anything on the race course. Can we be dropped off near the bus stop on race morning with taxi? In race morning, there are many streets that are closed near T1. So basically, taxi can take you, for example, to Saku Suurhall, and you can stop there and you can jump on the shuttle bus or walk from there to the T1. What warrants a red card? I don't know what is exactly meant here. Red card is, for example, any outside assistance, any unsportsmanlike behavior. And there are many cases, but it's hard to tell. Just there is not one thing. There are many reasons that you can receive a red card. Start point. Is it possible to go by own transport or only by bus? Yes, you can go by own transport. Just be aware that, for example, Paldiski Road is closed already 4:30 in the morning, so just you need to find a way to get to the T1. You don't have to wear race number during swim, right? Yes, you don't have to wear. Because you say on one slide you can wear it under. Yes, you can wear it, but it's not mandatory. Where can spectators watch by the lake? Yeah, well, there are not many options to watch by the lake. Just spectators, let's say, need to find their spot to look at the athletes. There is not dedicated areas for spectators because we can't have these. Where do I leave my bike on T2? Well, when you arrive on T2, there are numbered spots, and you can leave your bike only on your numbered transition spot. Is there a layout with beep rack numbers so I know where I need to rack my bike? T2 beep numbers will be placed today evening, tomorrow morning. So if you come to T2 tomorrow between 2 and 4 o'clock, when we have T2 familiarization, or you just can access to walk through the T2, then all the beep numbers should be placed. Also, at the end of each row, you can see the numbers that are on that row. So don't worry, all the numbers are there for the right time. Can we access T2 tomorrow to see where bikes go? Yes, just mention it from 2 to 4 p.m. Tomorrow you feel free to come there. Does a race number sticker on your bike or helmet count for the bike? Well, you need to have your race number on your bike and also on the helmet. So these stickers are mandatory. Is slot allocation also on Sunday or via email? It's only via email. It's not on Sunday on site. Can I use a bike cover to protect it from rain at night? You may not use the whole bike cover. You can cover handlebars, saddle and pedals, or if you have shoes clipped on the pedals. So you can't cover the whole bike. Are the bikes placed in number order and are there people guiding you to the numbers? Yes, bikes are placed in your transition spot. Both transition areas are numbered, so during the race you can find them very easily because there are also numbers at the end of each row. So I guess it won't create any problems for you. Will the bags be left outdoors overnight? Yes, they will be left outdoors. I am orange swim cap, but I'm starting at 7 a.m. Yeah, well, I can't tell you right now what time, what swim caps will start, but yes, if you have orange swim cap, it's really possible that you can start at 7 a.m. because we have first start at 6:30 and it will last till approximately 7:10. Can I put water bottles on bike and check tires Saturday morning? Yes, you can do it. Do I have to wear the start number under the wetsuit? No, you don't have to. It's not mandatory. You can, but you don't have to. Second COVID test must be also done in Noblessner registration center. Yeah, if it's 48 hours, those who need to do the test, just every 48 hours you can do it here in Noblessner registration center. On Saturday we expect rain, wind, thunderstorm. Do you have any thoughts about it, like shorter bike course or cancelled? If we do the decisions 1 hour before the start, so everything depends on the weather on Saturday morning. Yeah, we closely monitor the situation about the weather, but decisions, it's really too early to tell what will be made on Saturday. Can I ride my bike to check in on Friday? Yes, sure. Feel free to do that. Okay, we still have quite a lot of questions, but we still also have some time. Will there be jails on the run? What type, please? SIS is not joining. Yes, there will be jails on the run, and also what type. You can come and ask it also tomorrow in check-in because I don't have so specific information at the moment. How will we know where to go in T2? As mentioned before, you can familiarize yourself with T2 tomorrow from 2 to 4 o'clock, and during the race, don't worry, your transition spot is marked with a number, and also each row is marked with a number, or the numbers that are on that row. Okay, next question is the same that we already had. Is it possible to ride by bike or own car to T1 tomorrow? Yes, it's possible. You don't have to take the shuttle bus. Where do we get the white bag? White bag is in your race package. Where do we leave white bag and where do we pick it up again? You can leave the white bag in the start area. There is a dedicated white bag area and you can get it back in the finish area. How many times to answer to roll down email? Don't understand that question. Where can we change? Will you allow changing in T1 and T2 with a towel? In T1 and T2 we have changing areas. They are open air areas, but they are covered with banners. So we have put, let's say, rectangular areas with fences and banners on it, so you can change in that area. If you come to T1 or T2 tomorrow, you can see them. How about the valuables when we come to start? Do we put to white bag? I would say that if you don't have any place to leave them, of course it's good to say don't leave them, let's say, anywhere, but if you don't have to place here, white bag is the only option if you don't have anyone to give your valuables. If you close your white bag tightly, then they're not getting lost. You mentioned the bikes will be loaded on a separate bus tomorrow. Will the bikes be secured to something or simply stacked against other bikes and freestanding? Of course, in the truck, the bikes will be taken care. It's not like they push it on the truck and that's it. They will be your bikes will be carefully handled. What about the escort athletes, how they reach to T1 and T2? How to understand that question? What about the escort athletes? There is the motorbike in the front of the first athlete, so there shouldn't be any chance that athletes get lost on the course. Has the bike course changed since 2019? Yes, there have been some changes even compared to last year. So yes, there are some changes. Where is the toilet during bike and run? Toilets are in all the 8 stations. Is it possible to swim training tomorrow in the lake? Unfortunately, this lake is used by rowers and also the other sports, so it's not possible to swim training. If you go from the beach, then I think the lifeguards over there will not let you swim very far from the beach. Red bag will be racked in T2 or will it lie where I rack my bike? Your red run bag will be racked in T2 by race organizers, and it will stay in your, let's say you have your own transition spot and your red bag is put on the ground at the same place. Where is your transition spot? Is it possible to spectators to be on the finish line? On the finish line, on one side we have a VIP tent, on the other side, I don't know at the moment how much space do we have for the spectators over there. Are there lines on both sides of swimming course that help you to swim in direction? No, there are not lines, there are just swim buoys that you can follow, and there are white and red ones, white and red buoys which are turning buoys, and also yellow ones that just that are between the big turning buoys. The swim start times are given as per beep numbers. Is it mandatory or can I start my race along with my friends? We all have same swim times. We let people to swim start according to your, let's say, yes, beep numbers or your swim cap. So all the athletes with the same swim cap color will enter to the start chute, and then we get the next beep number group or the next swim cap color group. What do I do if I lose your race number on bike or run leg. So it's a bad situation, but we will find you a new spare number. What energy drink is available at the bike fuel stations and what energy drink it is? You will get this answer tomorrow at the check-in. Can we fill water bottles on age stations? In age stations, you can just pick up the new water bottle from the table, and it's up to you if you, let's say, put it in your bottle cage or just change with the one that you have in your bottle cage. So we're going to have 75 slots. Yes, we are going to have 75 slots. My timings are not showing on my email anymore. They were earlier but not visible now. What should I do? Please search for the help from the registration tent. There is a separate desk that helps to find the solution for your problem. Is the same shuttle bus taking also the bike for all bus stops? No, shuttle bus stops in all the bus stops, taking also the bike for all bus stops. Yes, the shuttle bus is taking the bikes for all bus stops. What is a reason to cancel because of the weather? Well, it must be really heavy thunderstorm, or I don't know what reason, because the cancellation of the race is really the very last, let's say, very last point, but of course it may happen. But at the moment it doesn't look that it's so hard weather that we need to cancel the race. If I receive a roll down email, how many minutes to answer to the email? You can see it in the email. As much as I remember, I guess it was 48 hours, but it's written in your email. Can you clarify where the shuttle buses stop for Friday and Saturday? You only mentioned Seaplane Harbour. What about the Sokos Viru Hotel? Yes, it stops near the Sokos Viru Hotel. Just if you look at the map in the athlete's guide, you can see the bus stop. Let's say it's about 200 meters from or 150, 200 meters from the Sokos Viru Hotel. So please just check the athlete's guide and you can see it over there. Do you need to be left or right of the buoys? Does it matter? Well, if you look at the swim course map, some buoys you have to take from your left shoulder, some from the right shoulder, so it's not like you need to be always on the left or right of the buoys because of the swim course. Should our athletes wear gold cap or other cap? In your race materials, if you had gold cap, then it's a gold cap, not any other. It must be your official swim cap that you received with your race package. How do I find my special needs bag during the bike leg? Special needs bags are laid down on the ground in personal needs station, and you can find it because they are in a numerical order, and you can find it over there. Is it correct that the bottles and nutritions are not handed while on the bike? As you said, you need to pick it up from the table. That means you need to stop. Yes, you need to pick them up yourself. They will not be handed over to you. Can my wife join me in the shuttle bus? It's the last question because we're running out of time. And no, shuttle bus is only for the athletes. Okay, if the paper of number gets wet during the bike course and destroy, what happens? As mentioned, we have some spare ones, so don't worry about that. Okay, thank you. We have now finished this briefing and run out of time. I managed to answer hopefully all your questions. If you still have any questions, feel free to ask them tomorrow if you come to check in. Good luck and see you tomorrow and also on Saturday on the race.